What is going on, YouTube? Lamont at large, coming to you from Waco, Texas. And today I'm going to show you the location of the May 17th, 2015 biker shootout that happened at this restaurant right here that used to be a Twin Peaks. It was a shootout that occurred between police, the Bandidos Motorcycle Club, and the Cossacks Motorcycle Club. 7 members of the Cossacks were killed. A support member of the Cossacks as well died, and then 1 Bandido member died. So on that date, there was a COC meeting going on, or the Confederation of Clubs here in Texas, and they were here to basically talk about different laws that were being made having to do with being a member of a motorcycle club or what have you. And the meeting was scheduled for the 17th of May 2015. And according to who you ask, you really gotta ask a few different people. The Bandidos showed up with other members, supporting members of the Bandidos, and the Cossacks arrived, but the problem is that nobody invited them. See, what happened was, as you may well know, when you're a member of a motorcycle club, depending on if you're an outlaw club member, you're going to have what's referred to as a bottom rocker, and that's going to be the state on which the motorcycle club lays claim to. And there's been a war going on for years now between the Bandidos and the Cossacks about who controls Texas. Now, the Bandidos were made in the mid-60s, and they claim Texas as its own. They are the largest motorcycle club here in Texas, but the Cossacks, they've been here for quite some time as well. And they are the second largest motorcycle club here in Texas. And the Cossacks, they claim Waco as their own. The Bandidos used to have a club here in Waco, but I believe the president of that chapter was involved in a murder. So there was nobody that had a club here in Waco, so the Cossacks came and they made a club here. And so the Cossacks, they claim Waco, Texas as their home base and as their own. And so when they weren't invited, they, took that as a show of disrespect. So on that day, when you see this patio right here, it was full of Cossacks. There was about 70 of them. And then when the Bandidos arrived to the parking lot right here, they noticed that the Cossacks were there. And so one of the Cossacks comes out, and the Bandidos are yelling at them about where they're parking their motorcycles. Depending on who you want to ask, I mean, there were so many people here. I mean, who knows what the real story is, but apparently one of the Bandidos, they ran over a foot of one of the either members or supporting members of the Cossacks, and somebody got punched in the face, somebody drew a gun, and the shooting started. Now, the police were already here that day waiting because I guess they got some calls that there was going to be a very huge motorcycle club meeting taking place here. And after the bullets started flying, it was 2 or 3 minutes of nonstop shooting. Afterwards, 9 people were dead. According to the autopsies on the individuals who were killed, 4 of the bodies, the bullets that they took from them matched the ballistics of the weapons that the police here in Waco used when they started shooting at everybody. It's been a war that's been going on between the Cossacks and the Bandidos for a long time now. And I don't know if it's a war that's truly ever going to end. I don't know if they have a ceasefire right now. So you'd think when all that happened, right, that there'd be a lot of people that were to get in trouble and do a lot of prison time. Well, not so fast. Just last year, they dropped all the charges against all the bikers that were involved in the melee here. So nobody nobody got sentenced to any prison time. I mean, a lot of members went to jail, but in ensuing chaos, it was so confusing here. Nobody knew who was getting arrested and exactly for what. I mean, you had guys that were hiding in the bathroom in this restaurant that got arrested. So 9 killed, 18 wounded, almost 180 men and, you know, a couple women were arrested. Yeah, that's it. This is where it happened. I don't know if anybody remembers it, but I was actually living in Dallas at the time that this happened. And Waco is right in the middle between, Waco is in the middle between Dallas and Austin. So, yeah, it was bad times here. And this is no longer, as you notice, the sign now says Louisiana Crab Shack. It is no longer a Twin Peaks. The Twin Peaks Corporation, they took the franchise tag away from the owner of this establishment. Police had repeatedly told the management here to not host these biker clubs here because they were afraid that this exact situation would happen. And the management ignored Waco Police's calls to stop the biker night. They would have biker night like Thursday nights. And, you know, listen, if you're a business owner or you're running a business, those are good paying customers. Now, you got some bad guys that sometimes show up and cause problems, but you know, they're there with their friends just having a good time. So, be it as it may, there's been several instances of Cossacks and Bandidos going at it. There was a local politician here in Waco who had a son who was a Cossack, and he was assaulted with a hammer. You had a couple Cossacks run into a Bandido off the freeway here, the I-35, and run him off the road, and they beat him so badly he almost lost an eye. You had an incident in Abilene where somebody was stabbed. I mean, very, very dangerous world the motorcycle club universe is, and it's been a fascination with you know, people for many, many years about just America's almost love affair with the you know, the image of what a biker is. You know, a big tough guy, you know, greasy jeans. Well, that's what I remember from the 80s. My mother had a friend who was in Hell's Angel, and he would come to the house, and I remember this big guy with a unruly beard and greasy jeans and a jacket, and, you know, that rebel look, and had chains and all that. So it's, you know, America has been fascinated with motorcycle clubs for years and years and years, ever since they started coming around in the 40s. So anyways, just wanted to show you the location really quick of Lamont at large. I'm signing off. I'll catch up with you later. Peace out.